Konnichiwa, and welcome to the 115th podcast of the NC Rowan County Anime Group. My name is Robert Rowan, and thank you for taking the time to look at this podcast today. The reason why I'm doing this particular podcast, a friend of mine recently emailed me and said, hey, you haven't done a podcast in a while. And when I try to do these podcasts, I try to think out what I want to say and stuff, so I just don't do something random. What's been going on recently in my life? Okay. I've been having a conversation in some of the Yahoo groups, including my own, about the fan subtitling, and also too about animes that have, they were recently bought and purchased and they were released over here in the United States, but the licenses have lapsed. What do we do about these animes that have, no longer have a legitimate license because, let's say, the license ran out on them? What do you do about them? Basically. And so I've been having a conversation about fan subtitling stuff with a lot of people, and of course there's a lot of different, when you deal with people you have a lot of different views. I try to listen to them, try to take some of their advice. Some of it is very sound, but some of them I kind of disagree with because I have some of my own views about fan subtitling too. But enough about that. Recently, the Rowan Public Library picked up this wonderful little animated series. It's called Honey and Clover, and I checked it out of the Rowan Public Library. Now, what I like about this anime, it doesn't have any giant robots or magical story girls. This is a sort of a slice of life type of story. It deals with college kids and going to an art instruction school. And here's another cover. There's about 3 volumes. I hope to have this watched very soon so I can return it back to the Rowan Public Library. I have seen a good bit of the series before, but there are a few episodes I still haven't yet seen. I'm trying to get through them to get it back. Now, I have talked about this series before, probably in a previous podcast, and I was glad the Rowan Public Library did pick up. Now, this is a magical story somewhat. It's called The 12 Kingdoms. If you're a fan of, let's say, Tolkien or The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, I highly would recommend this series for it. Honey and Clover, there's no nudity and stuff in it. It's a very clean-cut story, but it's a shoujo story. 11 years old would probably be the most I would show it to, because anybody younger, I think they would get bored with the series myself, because it's, like I said, it's about kids going to an art instruction school in college. The 12 Kingdoms, I actually showed this to my 7-year-old, wait a minute, was she 7 at the time? No, I think she was about maybe 5 or 6, and I showed her some episodes of the 12 Kingdoms. She watched it, was curious, but really didn't keep her attention really that long, because when you're a 6-year-old you just don't have that patience to go and watch a bunch of episodes like that at one time. Plus too, she saw Xena Warrior Princess, and somewhat the 12 Kingdoms has that sort of fighting style of being a real adventure story. Well, our next meeting is this coming Saturday. We'll be meeting in front of the Books A Million at 5 o'clock. At 5:30 we're going over to a person's home to watch Segapane. October 31st, which will be Halloween, the Rowan Anime Group in the Salisbury Ball, in conjunction with that, we're having the first crossplay contest at the Salisbury Hall from 3 to 4, and we do have some rules and stuff. One rule being that you dress properly, because this is a public place. You don't want to have improper clothing on, and your costume must be homemade too, on top of that, for our crossplay contest. We are giving out small prizes and stuff, and that's going to be happening from 3 to 4 on October 31st. Our next meeting after that will, of course, be November, let's say, the 20th, which we're going to show Valix, a nice little science fiction anime series put out by Funimation. And we're still having plans to get together on our annual December Christmas party. And in January, of course, we got Ikaban Con, or Ikamabashi, coming up in January, and I'm on staff for that convention. I hope I'll be doing some panels at that convention, and hope to see you at that show too. Well, this is it about now, and I hope that you have a very good day. Goodbye.